What's up, guys? A lot of times you will hear people say things like, oh, like what motivation type are you? Are you intrinsically motivated or are you extrinsically motivated? Now, this is actually incredibly important because that's kind of BS. Now, what I mean by that, BS, like a belief system, is that if you are, let me first explain what these are, but if you are one, that you are always that one. And that's where this false belief system comes in. So here's your quiz. You ready? Think about this. Are you intrinsically motivated? So a person that is intrinsically motivated means that they have an internal drive for success or a sense of purpose. Their motivation type is where an individual is motivated by an internal desire and is satisfied when internally rewarded, right? So that's the intrinsic. So is that you? Think about yourself. And then there's extrinsic motivation, which obviously is external. So it's doing an activity to attain a separate outcome. So this is a motivation type where somebody is motivated by external rewards or extrinsic rewards. Now, if you were to ask me back in school, I would definitely have said I'm very intrinsically motivated, meaning I was a self-starter. I enjoyed doing things. But then as I got older, I realized depending on the topic, depending on the activity or the task, my intrinsic or extrinsic motivation would change. Let me explain. If you said to me, Corey Beth, what motivates you to clean out your closet? Now, okay, if you're like a little OCD like me and you like to organize things and clean them, I'm like intrinsic all the way, right? Just cleaning out my closet is the reward. It feels good when I have the time to do it, and I'm really proud of it. Maybe that's you too. But when we get into the gym and I want to push myself harder, I'm intrinsically motivated to go to the gym because I know I'm going to feel better. But when there's other people watching, specifically my husband, I am extrinsically motivated to push myself harder than I normally would. And I think a lot of people are. And that's why the small group sessions are really wonderful because there's other people there that maybe motivate you more than you'd be able to motivate yourself. So let's kind of reduce this back down. First and foremost, if you were to pick a motivation type, which type are you? But then given those two examples, do you also have different motivation types depending on the task or activity? Now, think about your nutrition. Think about your fitness and getting to the gym, drinking your water, getting in your sleep, following some of the tasks that we've had in our no nonsense challenge during the month of November. Are you intrinsically motivated? You're like, oh, it just makes me feel so good. Are you like, I'm going to win that damn prize, right? I know for Mike, he is totally extrinsically motivated to win this challenge because he's like, I'm going to get the limited edition swag. And I'm like, that's awesome. I think for me, I'm a little bit of both. I'm a combination depending on the habit. Honestly, nutrition, no problem. Intrinsic motivation, because if I eat garbage, I'm going to feel like garbage. And you guys know that with my story of having IBS and everything else and suffering with that. I don't need somebody else to be like, you'll get this prize if you eat healthy. I'm just going to do it for me. But getting to bed early, well, maybe the prize means a little bit more to me, you know? And we can get into bigger topics with this. I mean, there's love languages and there's way that we learn. Some people are visual people, you know, right? We can talk about all those different things, but really when it comes down to it, I want you to assess yourself right now. Once you know yourself, know thyself, right? Shakespeare once said that. It's really important to know because when you look at the things that you have to do to get to where you want to be, it's really important to know what actually motivates you to do those things. And if you have to set up an external reward system or a buddy system or a prize, or maybe I remember in the past, I would say to clients, like, you're going to go get a facial. Once you achieve this goal, you're going to go reward yourself with something. I saw that there was an extrinsic motivation. They were motivated by a challenge, something external to themselves, where I've absolutely had other clients, and I would say maybe a little bit less, unless you're a unicorn, where they're more intrinsic, like, I just want to do this for myself. Some people want to do it for an event, an outfit, a date, a wedding, whatever it might be. So which are you? I would love to know because I think it's pretty fascinating. And do you realize that it's different depending on the task? Once you recognize that, now it's a lot easier to hack your own mind to get to your goals because you're not going like, okay, the challenge is coming up. Maybe you don't even care about the challenge. Maybe you're totally intrinsically motivated and you're just going to do it anyway. Or maybe you need that challenge and that kick in the ass to actually do what you need to do for yourself. Now, the great news about that is if you enjoyed the No Nonsense Challenge in November, we just decided moments ago, this is hot off the press, guys, that we actually have a December challenge coming up. And we're really, really excited. I want you to start thinking about either continuing from the no nonsense into this, joining us if you missed the last one. I mean, hello, what have you been doing? And maybe you want to bring a friend. We have a really cool referral system. If you have a friend that you'd like to join you because you need some extrinsic motivation. So know who you are, know what motivates you, and that's what's going to help you get to your goals, right? We all have to have that and know that about ourselves. And when I was reading an article on intrinsic and extrinsic, I was like, oh my gosh, cleaning my house, all intrinsic. I do not need anybody to say, nice job. Do I like when Mike says that? Absolutely. But I just love the satisfaction of having a neat and tidy environment. You know, laundry, I could use a prize. Maybe you too. So which are you? Let me know in the comments. If you would like to get some VIP, like waitlisted information on the December challenge, drop challenge in the comments, and we'll make sure we get that information right over to you. We don't even have a name for it yet. We know exactly what it's going to look like, but we are coming up with a fun name because nobody liked mine. And if you write challenge in the comments, I will tell you my ridiculous name that nobody liked. So that will not be the name of the challenge. All right, guys. Which motivation type are you? Know yourself to know what you have to go out and achieve. And if you are extrinsic, we would love to have you in our next December challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun, and there's going to be some more prizes on the line. So that being said, have an outstanding day. Know your motivation type, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Ciao.